All right, we are at Fanick's right now. Fanick's is one of my favorite nurseries. They are, I think technically, they are the oldest family-owned nursery that is still active in the state of Texas. They are like third or fourth, maybe fifth generation. There was another nursery that was open for like 100 years. But I think they ended up going out of business. So I think they've been in business for like, I think it's like 60, 70 years. It's been a long time. Really good people. They are into Plumerias and cool stuff like that. I did a Plumeria event over here earlier in the spring, well, earlier this summer. But they are a staple here in San Antonio and a really cool place. Let's go check it out. Little pollinator garden. Parking lot is insane. This is like in a regular neighborhood. Parking lot is fantastic. It is great parking. That is very underlooked. Open 7 days a week, 8:30 to 5. And starting off with some Tacoma sands, some matchsticks, get some skinks running around. Love the Esperanza. See the bumblebees? And they got Pride of Barbados, plumbago, some lantanas. I love Pride of Barbados. Got some more fire sticks, some Roelia, this Mexican petunia. And you got a mountain laurel getting taken over by something else. Not sure what that is. Let's check out the nursery. We'll ask, make sure it's okay. So I got some more of those Esperanzas over here. Some rosemary, some rock rose, plumbago. I got some more plumbago. I got some of that asparagus fern. Hey, Barnes. Hello. Cool shrimp plant here. And some salvias and sages. Nice Texas sage over there. Desperado. Some sages. So I got some Big Mama Turk's cap. These are bigger, like light pink Turk's cap. Some regular Turk's cap. Some tropical milkweed, Greg's Mistflower. Some lilies, looks like. This is a cool one. What is this? They're a little bit better at labeling their stuff over here. Let's see what this is. Oh, dwarf Barbados cherry. Oh, that's cool. Barbados cherries are awesome. They're just not cold tolerant. They're not a cold tolerant cherry variety, but they do taste really good. They make cherries, and I've had them before. They're good. It's cool there's a dwarf variety of that because they get pretty big. So I got some more sage over here. This is some Mexican butterfly bush. Beautyberry. Mexican beautyberry. Oh, look at that. So I can got some bougainvillea back there. I smell it. I can smell the sweet almond verbena. Where is it? Boom, right there. This is, if you have one of these, you gotta have one of these at your house. These are sweet almond verbena, and you can smell it. I was all the way over about 15, 20 feet away, and I smelled it already. Jerusalem sage, bougainvillea. I think this is the first time I've actually been over in this corner. I usually go over where the tropical stuff is, and the fruit trees, stuff like that in the back. Leopard plants. These are cool. I call them leopard plants. I know what they're actually called. Oh, leopard's ear. That's the right. Mine is a little more spotted. This is cool looking. Jerusalem sage. It's like this is God, I always forget what this is called. It is. They do a lot of native stuff over here. Columbine. They do a lot of native stuff over here in this area. Seems like a lot of native pollinators over here. We got lantana. It's got a white lantana over there. Little lizards keep freaking me out. There's skinks and lizards running around. Looks like, I don't know what these are. Some kind of bulb. Iris. Tall bearded iris. Employee only area. All the shrimp plants over there. So it looks like I got some Pride of Barbados over here. And they were telling me that this is actually a pink variety. Pulcherima pink. That's the Latin. But Pride of Barbados is so beautiful. I've only seen the regular orange yellow. This is more of a pink. This is definitely more of a pink. And I don't think I've ever seen this anywhere else. So they've got it all up in here though. $30. I mean, that's a good price for something you're not going to see anywhere. And here in San Antonio, these do come back pretty much every single year. They'll die back to the ground and they'll come back. So some moonshine sansevieria right here looks like. Yep, moonshine. Some plumerias, got some desert roses. Got some nice variegation on this one. It tells you the variety it is. I like desert roses. I'm just not the biggest grafted desert rose. So Mike and Mark are into, one of them I always forget is into Plumerias. And so he always has a pretty good selection. We actually do the Plumeria festival. I did it in June over here. Usually got a pretty good selection. A little later in the fall, so I mean, probably all the best ones are gone. But they always have a huge variety here. And these are a lot of jungle jacks. We got more of those irises over here. I guess they're getting them ready. Potting house. These are Pseudobombax ellipticums. Whoa! These were propagated from cuttings. That's a pretty good price. $16.99 is good. That's a pretty good price actually for Pseudobombax. Really popular in bonsai. So you have the potting house. Looking pretty bare right now. It's got a little bare, but it's off season right now. Got some bonsai pots and things like that. Walk in the cactus house. Really cool older greenhouse. I like the way it's set up. That's actually pretty neat. They even have gas ran to it so they could heat this with pretty cool. I love learning how stuff is heated. So that's like a gas heater for this entire greenhouse during the winter time, which we're in San Antonio. So they're probably like me in Houston, where like I only have to turn my heater on in the greenhouse for a couple of weeks out of the year. The rest of the time, just the sunlight during the day will heat your greenhouse for you the whole time, you know. So they got some blue candles, some nice agaves. These are really nice agaves. I've got a couple of these now in Victorias. These are cute. The bunny rabbits. San Pedro. More agaves and stuff. They got some gymnocalyciums, or gymnocalycums, however you pronounce it. A little bit of odds and ends over here. That's a cool looking one, actually. Cylindrica. I like that one, actually. Some more succulents up here. A little bit of everything back here. Got some crowns of thorn over here. You got their fall veggies, mums. Petunias. It's gonna be their plastic pot house. They've got Vanda baskets. Everything you need to do like a cool like hanging basket. Their wind chimes, the cool ornamental stuff. They also have my buddies over smart pots. I like it. It's cool. You can pick it in your own. They have multiple colors, and they have tons of hanging basket pots. 2 for $5. That's kind of a good deal. Only mix and match. It's a ferns, and fall veggies, portulacaras. You got your crotons. Lots of indoor plants like your staghorn ferns and pothos, begonias. They got some Vanda orchids over there. Sorted Vanda orchids. This is what they're supposed to. This is what the Vanda boxes are actually made for, is Vanda orchids. Some more sansevierias. Got some dracaenas, some ficuses. Nice swamp cooler to cool you down. It can get hot walking through some of these greenhouses, so always take advantage of a good cool swamp cooler to cool you down. Some cool Hoyas. Actually, a nice little fern right there. You have lots of cool sansevierias. Always look for Hoyas that are blooming because they're so beautiful. Protecting their plants from prop thrifters. Prop lifting is a crime. All their fall veggies and everything over here. It's got some grapes. I'm not sure what kind of lemon this is, but it's got fruit on it. Chances are it might not be an edible fruit. Not being an edible citrus. It might just be a citrus that the graft died and it grew back on top from the graft. And it'll make a fruit, but it'll be so tart you won't even be able to eat it. Ooh, Pakistani mulberries. That's interesting. These are actually in the fig family. Pakistani ones make the big, long mulberries. I have an everbearing mulberry. We got the possum purple passion vine. It's like those are the everbearing mulberries over there. It looks like really easy to propagate. I've done a bunch of them. I've done a bunch of propagations of mulberries, and they take off like wildfire. Looks like they've got a demonstration garden. This is one of the big smart pots. They've sent me some of these. They work really well. Smart pots make great pots. They don't break down like you would think. We got here some plums, peaches, plenty of fruit trees. Lots of fruit trees over here in the back. Peach apricots. These big old fig trees. Some really big fig trees. Actually got a couple earlier on this spring when I was here. These look like pomegranates. Gizarski Raz. Savatsky pomegranate. Pomegranates are such a cool option for people that are tired of moving fruit trees in and out of like the garage or the greenhouse. Oh my gosh, there's a huge variety of figs out here. We gotta look at all these fig trees. A bunch of bananas, Thai black banana. I've never even heard of Thai black banana. That's pretty cool though. It sounds kind of rare. Most of these look like they're grafted on a rootstock. They're dwarf-ish rootstock. So there's a ton of fig tree varieties over here. So we got B2B, got the Violet de Bordeaux, Olympian fig. Looks like you got Osborne. I've never even heard of Osborne before. I'll have to do some research on these. Osborne, got Magnolia, Italian honey, lemon or blanche fig. Interesting. Got your LSU purple, Alma, XL, Chicago Hardy, Texas Everbearing here, Cadota. All fig trees right now are $25. Up here they've got Blue Giants extra large. So I do have one of these. I got one of these earlier in the spring. You got your classic brown turkeys, Osborne, Latarula. Wow. These are all varieties I've never heard of before. Little Ruby, it's a dwarfish fruit, a little tiny fruit. Let's go back over here and see some of these fruit trees. Got some guavas, all-in-one almond. Guavas, bonanza peach, bonfire peach. Got some arbequinos, arbequino olives. You got a ton of fruit trees. If you're in the San Antonio area, this is on like the southeast side. Wish I had more room in my truck. I'd maybe take some of this stuff home. Oh yeah, Brazilian grape tree. This is jaboticaba. I've got one of these. Asian pear, chocolate persimmon, Timopin, Fuyu persimmon. Keep seeing more persimmons. Every time we talk about something on the podcast, I end up seeing it like the next day. I see like a bunch of them, like persimmon. Oh wow, I've never even been out this far. Yeah, bigger cactuses out here. Sweet pomegranate, bigger pomegranates. These are some bigger cactus. I've not been out this far before. So they got Texas ebony. That's a very popular bonsai variety. Got some big boys out here. Black persimmon, Texas persimmon, Mexican persimmon. There's one of those skinks. Texas wild olive, fragrant mimosa. Lots of good looking fruit trees though. Desert hackberry, spiny hackberry, Mexican plum, western soapberry, Eve's necklace, Texas Sephora, Arroyo sweetwood. A lot of cool stuff over here. I have not been this far back. I did not know it came this far back, so that's on me. We got some smaller fruit trees over here though that I don't really see very often. Let me see. Ow! Dadgummit. This is a quince, a scarlet flowering quince. Seen those before, like at Vietnamese nurseries. Let's see over here. We got coral bean plants, Texas wild olive, and oh, those are cool. Those are those ornamental olives. Those are cool. What are these guys? What are you, buddy? Hot lips, salvia? Or it was at one point. This is a Texas 1 gallon persimmon. Interesting. Texas persimmons. That's probably a native. Aren't the best ones from what I hear. Just like flavor wise. I think if I was gonna grow a persimmon tree, I'd do one of those Asian varieties because like I've had a unripe astringent persimmon before and it's not super enjoyable. These aren't bad prices for these big old Peruvians. 50 bucks. I mean, that's not bad, honestly. 50 bucks. I don't have one of these. We got the blorb over here. 50 bucks for monstros. Big old monstros. I might take a, because these are not usually that cheap. These are usually a lot more expensive. I would be much more inclined to buy a smaller one if they had a smaller one, but I think that's the only size they have of that one. Man, I think I can't not get it though. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they marked that down too, so that was more expensive at one point. Should I get the double one? Should I get the one that branched off or that really thick boy right there? Because I could even top this one. I could top it, propagate it, and let it branch off. This one's kind of already doing that. I think this one almost has some variation to it. Let me go with the thick one. Don't judge me. I have an addiction to plants, not drugs. So, shut up. All right. There's way worse things to be addicted to, honestly. So, I'm okay with this. We got some more fruit trees over here. This is the little area where they actually do the Plumeria thing well, they did this year. I don't know if it's they do every year, but it's all their citrus and everything over here. You got a lot of cool stuff over here. Citrus. Obviously, make sure you obey all the laws when it comes to citrus. Transporting from county to county. Looks like I got some, I don't know what these are. Like shrubs? These are non-flowering loquats. I just cut a bunch of these down in my front yard. To me, if you don't flower, don't make fruit, you don't belong in my yard. All garden, all everywhere, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Lots of shrubs and Texas sage. Some more of the annuals, looks like. Got some cannas, tons of shade trees. Got Mexican sycamores. Got your alpheas, freaking Spinosaurus. Got some tree roses over here. Crepe myrtles. We don't have to go into crepe myrtles. I think everybody knows what a crepe myrtle looks like. Let's see. Oh, desert willows. I love desert willows though. Big old fat desert willows too. Whew. Some salvias, some bigger Plumerias. Got some binding plants. Kind of need a cart soon. This is getting heavy. I think we're gonna go ahead and check out here shortly. Arms are getting a little tired. Hello. What's gonna fall over or not? I just got done doing a little bit of a behind the scenes tour with Mike Fanick. I think it was Mike. I always get Mike. There's Mike and a Mark. I always get them confused. Apologize for that. But yeah, we got to do a little bit of behind the scenes tour. We'll have to do that on film some other time. Maybe in the spring or maybe like later. We'll do a tour because they have a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes I would like to show y'all. Just want to get their permission. They're really great customers of ours. They're really great people. I see them at the shows and I get to come visit them when they're over here. It's really cool when you're in the green industry now, like I am, that you get to meet people and talk plants like for a living. So it's really cool. Oh, they're waiting for me to move because they gotta close the gate. I think we're gonna try to figure something out and get this cactus a little better situated. It's kind of rocking around. I won't scratch the back of my seat. But had a great time getting to see some stuff behind the scenes that most people wouldn't normally see. We will do a tour of that at some point because they are big fans of the channel and big fans of our products. So We're gonna try to maybe find, maybe if there's another nursery that's open locally. It's already 5:15, so we'll see if there's somebody open like 5 to like till 7, close by. But traffic kind of gets nightmarish here in San Antonio. So if not, we'll find somewhere to eat, and then we'll catch back up at the hotel.